go in here? Here with Mortal Instruments City of Bones, and I play Clary Frey, and it's kind of like a new teenage fantasy franchise. But there's comedy in there, there's romance, drama, there's unexpected twists and turns.
Why can I see you and no one else can?
You're not a mundane.
What is a mundane?
Someone from the human world.
If I'm not a human, then what am I?
My personal style is, I'd like to think, very eclectic. I love old Hollywood glamour like Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor. So, you know, kind of glamorous and chic yet sophisticated and fresh as well. And I'm 22, I like to have fun with clothes.
I came here just before I turned 6. I started to try to listen to movies and speak American, and it just stuck. I can put it back on for roles, which is very helpful. Father?
Oh,
No,
I like
I've never
that.
used the father, no. Just
Daddy's
dad.
good.
I never wanted somebody to make a phone call for me. A lot of people don't believe me when I say that, but I truly, it took me a lot longer to get to where I am because I wanted that. I was told during my meetings for agencies, one of the first meetings I went into, the person said to me, look, there are tons of daughters, nephews, nieces, sisters, brothers, like, what makes you so special? And I was like, well, that's not my angle. I wasn't gonna go there. And they said, well, come back when you've actually done something. And I thought, wow, yeah, well, that's not my vibe at all. So this is not the right place for me because that's just not the direction I was going.
Your sister's having her first book published, all right?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd have been happy to call those guys. I know them all over there.
submitted it under a fake name and didn't tell them whose daughter I was until
But I
after it
wouldn't
had been
have minded.
accepted. I know, I just,
Because you wanted it to be about your book and not about being my daughter.
yeah. Mirror Mirror is a modern retelling of Snow White, but it's told in a way that doesn't make her a caricature of a fairy tale princess.
Right.
She's very much a young woman who fights for what she believes in, saves the prince just as much as he saves her, and she becomes a fighter. I learned how to sword fight and fence, wrestle in corsets and ball gowns.
I think it all happened so quickly. The audition process and the casting happened within 24 hours, and it really felt like a fairy tale when it happened. And I found out on April Fool's Day of last year, so naturally you think it's a joke. And I didn't know how to react, but I burst out crying, and I was so honored and so happy. Well, at the age of 15, 16, I started professionally auditioning and being told no a lot. So I wanted to pursue something that no one else was doing, and I loved journalism, so I started writing for magazines at 15. I wrote for Elle Girl, Cosmo Girl, 17, Teen Vogue, LA Times, in England and here. And then at 16, I hosted a show for Nickelodeon called Slime Across America.
You have an important choice to make because you've got 5 people up here. Above 4 of them is a messy mystery mess. And above 1 is slime. If you pick that slimy seat, you and the slime player walk away with this prize. I'm a fan of fantasy and fairy tale.